Welcome to my garden. I'm Neve and this is Easter week, and I'm going to give you a roundup now of what I've been doing. Busy time in the garden, lots happening, lots to be doing. So let me give you a quick roundup of the things that I've been getting up to. These are my tomatoes here now. These are the red cherry planted 17th of February and they are gone huge. They're, I'd say, getting too big for their pots. I'd say pretty nearly. Let's just, whoop. Yeah, excellent root structure there. They're doing great. And let me just show you this on them. Let me just put this down on the bench here. So what I'm going to do with these guys is, you can see here where we have a little shoot grown up here out of the main stem. So what I want to do is keep the main stem going up, but I need to get rid of all of these little side shoots. So I'm literally just going to pinch it out and discard it. You're the same. You're going to come out. So now I've got you at the bottom. Let's get rid of you. So now I've got one stem, nothing coming out. Let's look around here. Whoops. So get back into focus. You can see here another little one. I'm going to just pinch him out. He's gone. Looking around the rest of the plant now. Tiny one there. And that's what you keep doing. So you make sure you just have one strong stem growing upwards, and you don't want to have any little offshoots of them. So I'm going to check the rest of these now as well. Let's bring the next one over. So this guy, okay, let me turn him so we can get a better angle on him. Let me see. Now we can see there's my main stem, and again I can see here, you can see there, look at that little side shoot coming off. So again I'm just going to pinch him out. Put the camera back in the other hand, and then you come up here and you can see again a little side shoot coming out here. So let's get rid of him. We have a little side shoot coming out here. Get rid of him. And a little tiny one, can you see him? Just about to start out of there. So again, I just have the main stem is what I want to keep. I have a little one coming out there I missed, sorry. Main stem that you want to keep, and then you get rid of all your little side shoots off it, okay? So that's what we're up to at the minute on these. So I'll do the same with the rest of these, and I need to consider now popping them on into the grow bags that they're going to go into. So I do have a few grow bags still here that I got when I was getting them for the strawberries. So I will now start putting these into it. I think they're time to go in. I'll show you that now in a minute as I do them. Sunflowers I planted 5th of April, so just over 2 weeks ago. So I need to now pop them on into bigger pots, way too small. They're after shooting up on me very quick with this heat. So I need to pop them on, and I'll show you me doing that now. This is what the sunflowers look like now, all potted on. So these are the junior ones and these are the red ones. So look much better there now. These are my red barren onions that I planted 29th of January, the onion seeds. And these I think are well ready to go out now. They're well rooted, looking nice and healthy. So they're ready to go out. These are these two trays here. There's the broom shallots, again I think ready to go out. And these are the Bedfordshire onions, which root just coming out there. Again, I think they're all ready to come out now. It's the end of May, I think it's, or the end of May, end of April. So I think I'm going to try and get that lot out today. Plus, it'll clear up some room in the greenhouse. The tunnel here is getting really busy. Don't really have space now. I need to do a bit of a tidy out to get some space. So it'll be good to get them out into the beds today. So I'll start that now and I'll show you when I go out there. These are the red barren ones now. I'm going to pop out into this bed here. Beside them I have the onions that I grew from sets, and I have a small little row here of spring onions. So the spring onions here will divide the onions that I did from sets from the ones I grew from seeds. So I'm going to plant them in here now. They're planted in now. I have 12 of the Bedfordshires and 12 of the red barren, and then down the end here I have all the ones that I've grown from the sets. So way too many onions, don't know what I was doing. I think I like planting them from seed, so I think next year I might just do the ones from seed and forget the sets, because just way too many onions. Don't know where I was going with the onions, but anyway, not to worry, you live and learn. That's it for this week, folks. That's all I've got up to now. Easter week is over and back to work tomorrow. So I just want to give you a quick roundup of the tunnel and what's the situation is at the minute, what's growing, what we have happening in here. So let me just start in this very corner here. This is the peas, doing very well. They got a little bit burnt, a couple of the leaves did with the weather over the Easter weekend, but doing really well, and onions on front of them. I've 2 lines then. One is, let me just get over here. One is baby leeks gone in there and carrots gone in there. So I don't know if you can see that on camera, but they've both started popping up now. Here are the cucumbers. These are the not broad beans, I was going to say. These are my French beans. And I think really I planted them wrong. Should have planted them in pots, not in the gutters. And then I would have been able to put them in much easier. I think I'm going to put them in here, some of them in here and some of them outside. I think that's what the plan is, and they're getting too big for this now, so they do need to be moved this week coming up. Potatoes doing really well. The first pots here are my first earlies, the rocket ones, doing really well, and these are my main crop down here, doing okay as well, looking really good. On top I have the strawberries, all in their bags now, doing very, very well. Let me just come back around here now on this side. What have we got? We have, these are waiting to go out. Oops, a daisy. Oh, they're just some tomatoes I planted on the Gardener's Delight, potted on. These are the 2 trays here of the Zabroom shallots. They're waiting just to go out into the garden. I need to get that spot ready for them. These are the leeks. I planted 9th of February. They're not far off, I'd say, from being ready to go out. They're nearly pencil thick, and I think that's what they say. When they're pencil thick, they're time to be planted out. So maybe I'll get the spot ready for all of that and could go out then. I could do with the space in here now. These are all my pots I done up. More tomatoes that I just planted on and moved on into the next pots. These are my peach trees, doing very well. I zoom in there. You can see peaches on them. Quite a few peaches on this tree, so doing really well. This one, don't have as many peaches, only have one actually on this one. This was in really bad shape at the start of the year, was not very happy at all. It had really bad peach leaf curl on it, not in good shape at all, so you have a dead branch there in it, but doing really well. I did have one peach, and I'm not sure if I still have one peach, but I'm happy anyway that the plant has come back to life, so I'm not really too bothered if I don't get peaches on that this year. This is a fig I just brought in from outside. It was a fig, actually this was a slip I took off my original fig tree. It's a slip, actually it's a slip I gave to my mother. She put it in the pot and had it in her garden, so I now have it back. So it's doing okay. I'm not sure I'll get any peaches on it, or any peaches, any figs on it, and I do need to repot it. It's in a very small pot. These were 2 currants again from slips, not currants, gooseberries from slips that I took, trying to make standards out of them, so I just brought them into the tunnel, just keep an eye on them for a little while. Down here, trays of cosmos, trays of other flowers. Here, more flowers, chrysanthemums over here. These are my sunflowers that I've potted on in trays. More sunflowers here popping up, waiting. They'll transplant now probably next week. Here was the lemongrass. Some more onions I had over, and I just put them into that green one. These are the red currants I bought. I've loads of black currants but no red currants, just haven't got around to doing that bed yet outside. More sunflowers. These are the tomatoes. I've popped them on into their dish, and I actually have more down here, gone into their grow bags. Let's go around this way. Down the end of the tunnel we have the grape, looking very good. It's only went in there 2 weeks ago, so looking really good. These are the courgettes, so 4 courgettes gone into the back bed. This is my kiwi berry that I planted, got at the same time as the grape. And we can see, look, it's starting to climb up here, so looking very well, very happy with that. Doubt I'll get any fruit in it this year, but doing good. And then the other side of the potatoes, that is my butternut squash. I have planted more seeds on that just to get another plant, but I only have one of them at the minute. So that's all that side of the tunnel. Now we just come up this side of the bed. Whoa. Some more seeds I just planted there. Oh, coriander and different seeds in that one. There, Pat's hedging, doing okay. Do they need any water? No, doing okay. These were cornflower. Need to get them out actually. Loads of seeds here, not doing anything yet. That was a tray of parsnips I planted in the back. Let me see, just some more seeds popping up there. Some more sunflowers. They're flying. Woo. They're doing great. These, let me have a peep of these. Sunflowers I planted. Oh yeah. Huh. They need to go out. They were the single joint. So very nice. This next lot are the sweet pea. So I can start. They're popping up now. These are the chrysanthemums. These are tomatoes. More tomatoes. These are the next lot of leeks I planted. These are my sweet potatoes. Hey, nothing happening. Anything happening on my sweet potatoes. I just cannot grow these. Oh, a little bit of life there. So maybe they'll give me something. I don't know. I just don't seem to have luck growing them. These are all my lemon pips. Doing very well. Looks like a nice little plant. Could put that into a nice little dish and bring it into the house. You know, I think it might be nice. More geraniums in the back there. These are my peppers, the 3 in the back are the peppers, and the 3 in the front are the chilies. Quite small enough. They're cabbages to go out when they get a little bit bigger. And here are the aubergines. Next up, these are, the front one is a Brussels sprouts, and the second one is a cauliflower that need to go out, or they'll go out soon enough. Here's my next lot of turnips, my next lot of beetroot, my next lot of Brussels sprouts. Here's some more cauliflowers. They're the next lot to go out then as well. Spring onions, garlic chives. Garlic chives, no sign of them at all. I think I did plant them a couple of weeks after. Does it say when I planted them? 13th of April. So yeah, you would have thought they'd be up by now. These are all the slips I had taken of currants. So I have tons of them. Don't ask me what I'm going to do with them. Way too many of them. And then this last bit here is, these are sunflowers ready to be transplanted now. So that is the roundup of what's inside the tunnel at the minute. So doing pretty good, happy with it. We'll take a peep outside now and just see what's happening outside. So I have my mange too this side, which is super. They're doing really well. They're flying up there. Really happy with them. They're looking good. They were planted on the 20th of March outside. So let me just pop around this side. This side I planted peas, another lot of peas, again 20th of March. Not doing near as good. I think something was getting at them, like of an odd one, and that's it. So really disappointing in them. They're not coming up good at all. Here I have just some garlic chives there, and nothing really in the rest of that bed. Middle bed then has all the onions that I planted out earlier at that end, and this end of it has my beetroot. First lot of beetroot is in here. This was planted 7th of March, so doing okay. Yeah, they're looking good there. So my other bed over here, these have, what do these have in it? These have the first lot of cauliflowers, so 6 cauliflowers there, and I have some more inside now ready to come out into this next bit of the bed, and then I'll plant another lot to come into this bit. These are the turnips, again doing good, looking very healthy. I planted a line of turnips here just directly into the soil, and they are coming up super. I don't know if you can see that there. Whoop. They're coming up, and then I do have space for some more turnips that I have inside that'll come out here. These Brussels sprouts, doing okay as well. Again, I've a bit of space left here now for my succession planting. I'll plant some more out here now. And these are the kale, doing really well. Is the kale. So I'm really pleased at how it's going. The only thing I don't have germinated at the minute is spinach and broccoli. So I've planted them numerous times inside in the tunnel and just cannot seem to get them to germinate and grow for me. So I need to go in and plant some more of them. So let's pop over here and see the see how the raspberries are doing. This bit in the middle, we're still under discussion what we're going to do. We have some ideas, so we need to come up with our plan for that because it looks so messy. And actually walking around the grass needs to be cut now. It's getting long. So here's all the raspberries that I put in, and they all seem to have taken. That one's quite slow actually there. He looks very tiny, but the rest seem quite nice. That was the one from my sister's garden, so it was way healthier, you know, it was a well-established plant. But the rest of them all seem to be doing pretty well. Not expecting a huge amount of fruit on it this year. Do have some though, you can see there. there is some fruits on it, but don't expect to get huge amounts this year. And I need to put some more compost into that bed, but looking okay. Up here to the blackberry. This is my mum's blackberry, and thankfully we can see there's lots of growth on it there. It's looking quite healthy, it's settled in good. Again, don't expect to get much fruit in it this year, but just really happy that it's grown, that it's settled in, and that I will then next year get it to grow along all of these wires that I've put in for it. So I do have this end of the bed free. I was hoping that blackberry will eventually grow to the whole size of this bed, but I have this bed free, just need to get the compost into it, and then I'll have space there to grow for this year into it. The compost bins. Here I still never got around to planting all these, which is really bad. My currants badly need to get into the ground, and my rhubarb, and I just have not got around to doing this. So if I'm in town today now, I might pick up some more cardboard for there. I have a load of topsoil that was left over just in the very corner there. I don't know if you can see it, right in the corner there, that I'm going to use for this bed. So really need to get them into the ground. It's just really bad. Ooh. Last few pots that I haven't moved, and that's really it. I brought some of them in from the front. These are fruit trees. That again, some of them came from my house, went into pots. Some came from my mother's house, went into pots. I'm getting nice flowers on them. This was, I think, my mum's pear tree, and an apple tree. So they were only young in my mum's garden and in mine, so I did transplant them. I think these ones have died, didn't survive the move. These ones look okay. This was my original fig that I took the slips off, which you can see there is life on it there. So I may just slip it again. It's or maybe find somewhere to pop it into the ground. And that's really it for here then. Let's just see. So that's the garden, doing okay, happy with it at the minute. So happy gardening, folks, for the rest of the week. Hope you have a good week, hope the weather is nice to us, and I shall see you next week.